Barack Obama, and there were someone the interviewer asked him if he got like issues of detachment for having for becoming a normal person again and not being president anymore. Hi guys, Zuri and Nagade Karma here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. If you've been here before, welcome back. I am so blessed to have you. On here you find lots of motivation, legal and business tips, and these are intended to help you and I in our personal growth and to help us make some money in the process. So guys, happy new year, happy 2021. Hope you're having a wonderful year. In my first video that I posted this year, I mentioned that I'll be having more discussions. One of the things I really want to do this year is to have more discussions on issues to do with mental health, and this video is going to be one of those. And today we're going to talk about anxiety. Today we're going to talk about things that cause us to be anxious, things that could lead to us being anxious. And I'm going to be mentioning a few things that you have to maybe think about, things you have to watch out for to be able to avoid getting unnecessary anxiety. But I'll keep redefining anxiety so that we get to understand it and know what it's like when we actually get it. But all in all, anxiety is basically normal. It's really a feeling. It really comes up as a reaction to stress. So if you're stressed about something, it's basically this reaction without knowing what's going to happen next. You don't know how. You're basically worried. You get the feeling of fear or apprehension about what's going to happen next because you're not sure if it's going to go well or badly. So that feeling of not knowing whether this is going to do well or badly is really anxiety. It's a natural, it's a normal reaction, and many a time it actually helps us maybe get up and do things that we're supposed to do. That feeling of you get up and you get to start something you didn't know that would be successful, and it eventually is. You're first anxious. You do not know how this is going to go, and that feeling is anxiety. So basically it's normal. But the anxiety I want us to discuss is that is a mental health disorder. Anxiety disorder is a mental health disorder that's characterized by feelings of worry and fear, and these feelings are actually strong enough to interfere with one's daily life, with one's daily activities. So it's not just that you're worried, you're anxious about maybe a speech you have. It's not that you're anxious about a business that you're going to launch. It's not just that one-off. It's basically you having the unnecessary fear and extreme worry all the time, that it interferes with your daily life, that you do not function properly, that you do not do your work like you should, that you're not able to take care of yourself or the people around you normally like you should. So that's what we are going to be talking about. And there are very many things or situations that we get into that actually, or things that we do that actually cause us to get anxiety or cause us to have this disorder. But before I get into these things, I need to put a disclaimer. I am not a health professional. I am not an expert, and I'm really just sharing things from some research that I have done, and just to allow you to get the basics of what it is. And these are really from personal experience. So if you need to know more, you need to seek the help of a health professional, someone who has actually studied and knows what exactly that could diagnose you properly if you're having an issue. So let's get right into this. One of the things that cause us to get anxiety is pessimistic thinking. Now, there's some of us who want to think about the negative in everything. Like, you're never looking out for the good thing in something. You're never looking out for the positive in any situation. So whenever you're a pessimist, whenever you're negative about everything, you first think of, now what if I cross the road? What if I get knocked? If I go to sleep at night, what if a thief comes through at night? If I'm driving, what if I knock someone? What if I get an accident? I will not travel here because of this, because something might happen. I will not, like, always not, you don't look at the good in something. You don't look at the positives that will come out of something. So this pessimistic thinking will get you in a situation of having a lot of fear, extreme fear, and extreme worry about things that normally you shouldn't be worried about, because that means you're not going to get into the car to go to work. If you're worried that your boss will shout at you today, it means you're not going to go to work. If you're worried that if you start maybe getting with someone or dating someone, they'll be mean to you, or they'll hurt you, or they'll be bad to you and they'll break your heart, and all these things are going to stop you from actually going for something that would actually be good for you, are actually going to stop you from something that is helpful to you, because you're worried that something bad is going to happen before it even happens. So if you're that kind of person, you have to try your best to adjust, to start finding the positives in something, to start finding the good things in a particular situation. 2 is having low self-esteem. Now, in this digital era and this world that we're living in, whereby we have to look at social media feeds, you go through someone's Instagram feed and Instagram page and Facebook page, and they're posting all these things about themselves and all these nice things about themselves. If you're not confident enough to just stand your ground, to just be yourself, then you're bound to develop anxiety disorder, because you're going to start worrying about what people will think, what people are going to say about you, what will people say that about my personality, what will people say, because you're seeing all these things that are happening on social media, and it gets you worrying about what your life actually is, because you see that all these people are doing well, all these people are having this fabulous life, and you don't think you're having this life as well. All these people feel like they have achieved too much and you've not achieved anything in your life yet, and you're just worried that if people actually get to know who you actually are, they will not approve, they will not be okay with who you are, and this is not fair to you as a person. Low self-esteem comes with a lot of insecurity, and many of us are insecure about a lot of things, about some things in our lives. Many of us want to seek approval of others. We want people to like us, we want people to be our friends, we want to be popular, basically, and social media is actually not helping with this. So if you put yourself in a situation whereby you're not confident with what you have, you're not content with what you have, with who you are, with how you look, with the things or the people in your life or the things around you, and you're looking to become a celebrity, you're going to dig yourself a hole, you're going to drag yourself down a rabbit hole, and this is not helping you or your mental health at all. So it's important for us to know our insecurities and learn to live with them, and learn to appreciate them, and learn to be ourselves. And the other thing is overthinking stuff, over worrying about stuff. If you overthink, and say you make a small mistake and you have to overthink, why did I do this, how did I get into this mess, how did I start getting into this, these small mistakes that you actually could have got over really quickly are going to get you worrying about nothing. And whenever you overthink stuff, you're either going to end up not doing it well or not doing it at all. And it's important for you, or for you and I, or for all of us, to know that we are putting forward our best foot, and we are going to do our best, and whatever comes out of it is what we were able to do. If you put your best work forth, if you put your all into something and you're content with it, then whatever comes after this should not be of too much concern for you. I actually watched an interview of former President Barack Obama, and the interviewer asked him if he got issues of detachment for becoming a normal person again and not being president anymore. And he said that for him and his wife Michelle, they did not get any detachment issues from the White House, and they did not worry about what life out there was going to be, or how the public was going to receive them now that they were not in the spotlight anymore. To him, he's content with the work that they did. He believes he did his best together with his team, and therefore there was nothing to hold on to. They did their best during the time that they had, so there was nothing for him to worry about after that. He simply just left and let his predecessor continue with this. So if you tend to overthink about stuff, try to just do your best. Do your best, and let the universe give you what it's going to give you after that, because you can only do your best. Then finally, overachieving. Now, overachieving is not bad, but if you're an overachiever, you're going to end up setting unrealistic goals. You're going to be this person who maybe sets goals that you want to, I don't know, lose. Maybe let me talk about weight. You're going to lose, say, maybe 50 pounds in maybe 7 days, or you're going to lose 50 kg in 1 month, or if you're in like 2 months. And if you set very high and unrealistic goals and you do not achieve them in the time frame that you've given yourself, it means you're going to either feel like there's something wrong with you, or to either feel like this will never happen for you, or to either feel like you're not good enough. So we have to learn to set realistic goals for ourselves. This is because whenever you set high unrealistic goals, you're simply setting yourself up for failure. Because why would I say that my goal is for my business to make this particular amount of money? And no one is saying do not dream big. I don't want you to get me wrong. I'm not saying do not dream big. But if I'm going to put an unrealistic amount, I'm going to make this amount of money, I'm going to make $1 million in maybe the next 6 months or something, it doesn't mean it's not possible, because you could launch something and it actually goes really well for you and you make this money. But it doesn't mean that you should hold your breath and set a goal that's quite high, because people work really hard to make, and for a long time, to make that amount of money. So do not set goals that are unrealistic. Set something that is actually within your reach, something that you see is actually possible, something that could actually happen for you, something you can actually visualize and actually smile because it's not too far away, something you can see happening soon. Basically something that's realistic. Like say I can lose 10 pounds in 2 weeks, or should I say 5 kg in 2 to 3 weeks. Like, this is realistic. This is something that can actually happen, because there are particular diets that you can follow. There's like evidence that people have done this over a period of time and people have actually succeeded. So if you visualize this, it makes you feel like it's possible. It makes you feel like it's something you can do, and it's not something you have to worry about. Step on the scale every 10 minutes, step on the scale every day, so like things like that. So I definitely would recommend that we should not be overachievers. I'm not saying do not dream big, but do not be an overachiever to the extent that you set unrealistic goals, because these are going to cause you to become anxious and make you feel not good about yourself, and eventually lead you to get some mental health disorders like anxiety disorder. So that's it for today, guys. Have anything to add? If you have anything to subtract, if you have any comments about this, please be sure to put them in the comment section, and I'll be sure to respond to them as soon as possible. Thank you very much for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.